What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Really appreciate that. Here we are, Buoy 10, August 6th, 2022. I'm out here with my brother and my two nephews, Rex and Justin. Here we launched out of the East Morin Basin in Astoria, Oregon. And we just put our rods out here, and you can see it didn't take long before my nephew Rex gets the fish on. He's using a 360 flasher with a VIP Mexican hat spinner. We're out here trawling on the Washington side above the bridge. And he's doing a great job fighting the fish. Everyone's reeling their rods up, trying to find the net. Nice fish jump there. This ends up being a URB wild chinook that unfortunately we had to throw back because you can only keep hatcheries. So that was really unfortunate. I'm turning the boat here, trying to get as sideways so it makes it easier to net the fish. Sun's just coming up. Other boats are just starting to come out. My brother Vance with the net does a good job netting in here. But unfortunately, it was a wild chinook. And we had to throw it back. Beautiful fish. We are on a 22-foot Thunderjet, 24-foot with the offshore bracket, 2010 Thunderjet. Using a kicker motor with the TR1 remote control that I'm controlling it with my hands here. You can see me driving the boat. And now my brother's rod's going to go off. He had the hot rod of the day. He had four or five fish on. Using a triangle flasher with a cut plug fresh herring that we purchased from Tackle Time in Warrenton. Always like to use that fresh bait whenever I can get my hands on it. This fish ends up being kind of dark. We didn't know if it was a tule or not, so we ended up releasing it. It was pretty dark. We didn't know if it was going to cut red or white, so we decided to throw it back. I'm grabbing the net here. Hand the net off. I'm getting the boat in a position now so we can net it. I like to turn the boat sideways so it makes it easier to net the fish without it getting in the kicker motor. I always try to keep the kicker motor in gear so keep a little pressure on that fish with those barbless hooks. Turned out to be a beautiful day out there. It was sunny and 78 or 80 degrees, which is pretty warm for Astoria this time of year. We ended up hooking 7 fish. We landed 4. We lost 1 to a sea lion and 2 popped off. So it turned out to be a pretty successful day. So here's the third fish. Trolling at about 2.5 miles per hour downhill with the tide. I grabbed the rod, handed it off to my nephew Justin. Even though that was Vance's rod, he already tagged one fish, so we handed it off. Every time we get a fish on, we always reel all the lines up. If this was coho fishing out in the ocean, we would probably just keep one rod, just reel one rod in on the same side that the fish is on and leave those other two rods fishing, so we try to get a double or a triple. I'm waving to that boat behind us to let him know we had a fish on. He gave me a wave and told me he was going to move to the right. So I really appreciate that sportsmanship. Here comes Vance with the net. I'm trying to turn the boat again. I like to turn the boat, remove that rod holder. Make it as easy as possible to net that fish without getting that net tangled up on something on the side of the boat. And here we go, fish number 4. My nephew Justin right there just grabbed it. His rod went off. We had just changed him out to one of my 360s with a cut plug herring. And it didn't take long once he changed out and put on that new gear before he got a fish on. Now this is the fish where the sea lion takes the fish and the flasher and the bait. It was really unfortunate. Kind of hard to tell with this view here. We got another view coming up from the iPhone that will show the sea lion with the chinook in his mouth, along with my 360 flasher. So there goes 15 bucks. Try and turn the boat again. Make it as easy as possible to net it. Wasn't too many other boats out that day. It was pretty light, actually, as far as boats. But we had some good luck that day. 7 fish hooked, landed 4, lost one to a sea lion, and lost 2 other ones during the fight. Right there we saw something happen. You can see my disappointment in my face. Rex starts filming his iPhone. We'll see that footage coming up here. He zooms in on that sea lion with the fish in his mouth. So the sea lion, he won this fight today. That sea lion straightened out that snap swivel. We're all like, what just happened here? So let's see that from an iPhone perspective. There's Justin fighting this fish. Everything was looking good right here. Everybody's happy. Happy. Fish on. Oh yeah. Giving them a couple pats on the back for some encouragement. And you'll see that rod right there just jumped up. Right there. Sea lion took it and it was gone. It will roll up. The only thing it'll have is lead. And we're all like, what just happened? At this point, we did not know it was a sea lion. And there's a sea lion. My brother Vance pointing it out. Rex zooms in. Here it comes. 300-pound sea lion taking the salmon and my flasher. Well, he's going to eat good tonight. .70-degree water temperature. And here comes the last fish on this video. Hope you guys like my video. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe, share it. So I'm just dropping my gear down. And I'll start driving the boat again, and it's Vance's rod. Once again, he had the hot rod. That rod went off 4 or 5 times. Same gear, same flasher. 16-ounce leads. 24-inch bumpers. I kind of threw that remote control. Should need to be a little easier on my gear. At this point, Rex thought he had one. We thought we had a double, but ended up those 2 lines out the back were tangled up, one with the fish on. So at this point, when those lines are tangled, you bring in both rods at the same time. Both of us reeling it up. All the fish today were all nice big fish. All 15 plus pounds. Justin gets the net tangled up. Vance comes to the rescue. Always want to have 2 nets on a boat. Anyway, guys, hope you liked my video. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe. Thank you.